8 years ago when my landlord died. He was an 84-year-old chain-smoking alcoholic, so it was kind of a wonder that he lived as long as he did. But I had a few months without rent, which was nice, but then it turned out that he owed so much money that they shut off the water, shut off the electricity, and I had to move and had nowhere to go at the time until a friend of mine from college called me from Chicago. And he said, oh, come down to Chicago for the summer. It'll be great. And it was. You know, Chicago in the summer is a great place. And he was very nice and very generous at first. And I thought, you know, I've been at UROC for a long time. I've taught here for 12 years at that point. So I started looking for work down in Chicago, and I had a couple things lined up. And time got close to the semester starting, so I thought I better talk to the dean, and made my decision. I'm going to hold out for this job that I thought I was going to get, and I took a leave of absence, and I didn't get the job. Instead, I got another job teaching chess to kids, which was kind of cool, but we had to wear these wizard costumes and go to schools, and it was terrible. And this roommate, he got kicked out of his apartment, and so we ended up having to get an apartment together. And things got really weird. As nice as he was at first, I started to realize that he was really just kind of doing nice things to create a sense of obligation. And I felt really weird, and I thought, you know, I'm going to look into this. And I know that you're not supposed to look at, you know, the DSM-5 because everyone looks like they're crazy in 20 different ways with those. But sure enough, you know, I looked up an article that was, you know, are you dating a sociopath? And it read like I was reading his OkCupid profile. Every single thing checked out. And something happened, and we had this confrontation, and I realized I have to get out of here. So I had nowhere to go. I was sleeping in my car. I was in a band. I was sleeping with my head in the pillow in the bass drum. And by about February, I thought, this is crazy. I have to get back to Wisconsin. And made some arrangements, got a place to live, packed up my car. But by the time I got it packed, it was like midnight. And I thought, I'm going to sleep for like 4 hours, and then I'm going to go. But in that 4 hours, my car had gotten broken into, and everything in it had been stolen, my computer, my Social Security card, my toothbrush. So that was, the 7th of February. And I had another week and a half I needed to stay there to finish out a dog sitting gig I'd worked out. And so the next Saturday, it was Valentine's Day. I was tutoring, ACT tutoring at the time. And I was on my way to my appointment. And I was crossing there's a 5-way intersection that I've since learned is the most dangerous intersection in Chicago. It's where North and Damon and Milwaukee all cross. So there's a diagonal road running through an intersection. And the light turned red, the walk light came on, people on the other side of the street started to walk, and I took a step off the block and remember getting really, really angry. And it wasn't until I was down on the ground bleeding that I realized that what had just happened was I got hit by a bus that had run the light. And so I had the wind knocked out of me. I broke a few ribs, banged my wrist all up. But the person who was next to me at the stop was an off-duty police officer. And the bus driver got off the bus and started screaming and swearing at me. You know, how did you not see this bus coming? And the guy was just get back on your bus and shut up. And they took me to the hospital. There's a picture of me on the internet smiling because it was right after they asked me whether I could wiggle my toes, and I could. And I realized that, you know, I wasn't paralyzed or dead, and got out of the hospital and came back to Janesville as soon as I could, and had to sleep on a mattress on the floor for 3 months while I recovered. But I guess the moral of the story is don't ever leave UROC. It's a nice place.
Applause.
Okay. What a great